Justin Bieber was allegedly caught shape-shifting into a giant reptile while he was touring Australia.
The mag reports the Australian news site Perth Now allegedly released a report claiming hundreds of fans saw JB shapeshift into a giant lizard at Perth Airport.
In March 2017,
can y'all niggas please stop idolizing this nigga, bro? He's just a basketball player that know how to hoop. Okay? He's just a basketball player that know how to hoop.
For school, I know the trap, can you feel me? Coolin' with a thought in the telly. Smoking on this loud pack, I know you can smell me.
3 reasons you need to start dating on Bumble.
3 reasons that you need to shut the f up. Damn. Alright, so my homeboy just told me about this channel. He said I should check it out. So that's what I'm finna do. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. So you already know what this about to be about. It's by the thumbnail too. It's about some basketball stuff, bro. About time, man. I need some different stuff to watch, bro. I still need more help, bro. Please suggest me what I should watch.
Not too long ago, people noticed something very strange about this Shai Gilgeous-Alexander post-game interview.
Take a look at this. Watch his eye. Look. I know y'all seen that, right?
This clip is currently going viral, and it's of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's of his eye glitching. And I usually take clips like this with a grain of salt, but now it's going super viral.
Favorite NBA player, the reptile. He's a reptile. Look at his. What the fuck?
Now, of course, I was skeptical initially, thinking that somebody must have just edited it that way. But if you were to watch the original interview that was posted by Bleacher Report, you'll discover that it happens in that video too, in what's supposed to be the raw footage, so it can't be an edit. People in the comment section tried to explain that it was some sort of camera glitch or a processing error. But what if there's more than meets the eye? Okay, I can understand why suggesting that Shai is some sort of lizard person in disguise can sound ridiculous, but the only reason I'm even entertaining this is because I remember hearing about something that happened several years ago that won't allow me to just brush off what happened with SGA. Back in 2017, Justin Bieber was allegedly caught shape-shifting into a giant reptile while he was touring Australia.
The mag reports the Australian news site Perth Now allegedly released a report claiming hundreds of fans saw JB shapeshift into a giant lizard at Perth Airport.
In March 2017, a mysterious headline popped up on the internet that read, "Hundreds of fans claim they saw Justin Bieber turn into a giant reptile."
Apparently, Bieber accidentally slipped up in front of hundreds of fans who claim his head shrunk and his eyes went black, with a black stripe down the middle, and had gross scales all over his body. An unnamed local skater who reportedly witnessed the whole thing as well said that Bieber's bodyguard was shouting that he'd kick their teeth in if they didn't put their phones away, which could possibly explain why there's no video evidence. The Australian website Perth Now was—
Hey, I believe all that reptilian shit. Best believe, bro. I definitely believe all this shit. We is indeed in the Matrix, nigga. I believe that shit. Call me crazy or not. Gangster. I don't give a fuck, bro. I believe that shit, my nigga. But this shit, it's certain shit that you cannot believe on the internet for real, bro. This right here, I don't know I should believe this for real. I don't know, but it is
the first to break the story, but the article was suspiciously taken down shortly after it was published. Believe it or not, this wasn't the first time Justin Bieber's name came up in regards to this very conspiracy theory. In 2014, a YouTube video went viral after it showed him seemingly blinking like a lizard while he was in court, garnering millions of views. But people would quickly forget about it soon after. Same goes for this LeBron moment. While it made a little bit of noise, the majority of people who were watching the opening ceremony for the 2024 Olympics didn't take it too seriously, except for a few who just had to go back and take a look at it again.
Yo, bro, speaking of LeBron, nigga, hold on. Speaking of LeBron, bro, can y'all niggas please stop idolizing this nigga, bro? He's just a basketball player that know how to hoop, okay? He's just a basketball player that know how to hoop. He's just a basketball player that know how to hoop. He eats, shit, and sleep, and takes showers just like us. He do everything just like us. He just a human being, bro. That just got clout and money. That's it, bro. Y'all idolizing this nigga. Y'all worshiping a human being. What about y'all worship God and Jesus Christ? I know people don't believe that at all, and it's cool and stuff and all that. But what about you do that? You're worshiping another human being. What about at least worship yourself, bro? Worship yourself. That's even better. I don't understand fucking LeBron niggas. And I know a homeboy, this nigga named Miko, you a LeBron Glick. You a LeBron Glick eater. You a LeBron Glick eater. You need to stop. You too damn buff for that shit, nigga. Stop dick riding LeBron, Miko. Okay? Stop doing that shit. You're pissing me the fuck off, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Look at his eyes.
Oh, shit.
You see the reptile eyes right there?
Yeah,
this
the screen
is
glitch.
A high-class reptilian shapeshifter. LeBron Lizardman James caught live.
LeBron Lizardman James is crazy.
Olympics. I can't believe this. Press play.
I done cut myself.
Rewind. This is live TV. Look at this. Look at that.
As you just saw, LeBron's eyes displayed a strange lizard-like appearance during a distortion in the broadcast. Now, before you go and try to claim that that dude's TV must have just froze up or something, let's go ahead and watch the original video on NBC Sports, their official channel, just like we did with the SGA Bleacher Report video. And would you look at that, the same thing happens. So it had nothing to do with that guy's TV. Do you guys think it was caused by the quality, or did the distortion simply reveal the truth? The basis behind the theory is that shape-shifting extraterrestrial reptilian humanoids were sent here to Earth to enslave the human race, and that many world leaders / celebrities are possessed by so-called reptilians. And for a brief moment, it looked like Jetty Osman might have been one of them. Back in 2022, in a game between the Cavs and Pistons, Osman took an elbow to the face and started bleeding profusely while he was on the ground. But it didn't look like typical blood, it was more of a yellow liquid.
Fouled on the shot try. Down he goes, and down goes Jetty Osman.
Yeah, that shit is,
Many found it weird and bizarre, and were quick to label him an alien.
Is Jetty Osman an alien? That's the question on everyone's mind this morning as the Cavaliers player was seen with some yellow liquid coming out of his nose after taking a hit to the face.
I mean, why else do you think he's obsessed with aliens and loves watching documentaries about them on Netflix, even admitting that he believes in them, maybe because he is one? There's also people out there who wouldn't be surprised at all if Adam Silver is actually a creature from another planet.
I wrote this about
Adam Silver?
Wrote this less than 2 hours ago, too.
Adam Silver is one of the scariest people on Earth.
I'm not gonna lie, Adam Silver looks so unreal, bro. But shout out to Adam Silver though, he a GOAT. He one of the GOATs for real, but that nigga might be a real life GOAT. Like he might be an actual GOAT. But shit, he is one of the most weirdest looking niggas ever, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he's pale. He's like a living skeleton.
He's pale as fuck.
Well, he is, dude.
Yeah, I know, but
every time he comes out to announce a pick, I'm like, Jesus Christ, what is that? Dude, one of the scariest people on Earth. Adam
he used to scare the fuck out of me when I was a kid. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
No, because aliens wouldn't be that obvious.
If you want to talk about aliens doing a pretty good job at concealing their appearance, look no further than the 1988 film They Live, which is about a drifter who discovers a pair of sunglasses capable of showing the world the way it truly is, and that most of the ruling class are actually skull-faced aliens bent on world domination. The star of the film, Rowdy Roddy Piper, who was a popular wrestler at the time, once tweeted that They Live wasn't actually a work of fiction, but a documentary, and then would go on to die of a heart attack less than 2 years later. Coincidence? Or was he silenced because he knew too much? Is true, then one place where aliens / lizard people could be secretly living among us is in the Denver International Airport, or should I say underneath. There's a conspiracy theory that lizard people could be lurking beneath one of the busiest airports in the world, hiding out in its mysterious underground tunnels.
There's some wacky conspiracies.
Give us one.
One is that at the bottom layer of this airport, they have imprisoned the reptilians.
That's one of my most most favorite things.
According to official reports, the tunnels are just meant for baggage transport, but people claim to have actually seen lizard people down there, walking amongst in these tunnels. What's interesting is the airport has fully embraced the conspiracy, putting up construction signs to poke fun at it, even going as far as to have their staff dress up like lizard people and go down there as a joke, which makes me believe even more that this theory could have some truth to it, because it's almost like they're trying too hard to throw us off the scent.
Y'all want me to go down there in the future? That ain't gonna happen. They is not gonna let nobody. They ain't gonna let nobody go there. What the fuck type of bullshit is that? I'll sneak down there. We'll find out on my soul. We'll find out in the future. Maybe I'll do some shit like that. I'm talking. I'll not do
Bringing
shit
it
like
all
that.
the way back to SGA, I'm curious what you guys make of this.
This is what happened. Bismack Biyombo standing there waiting for his teammates. You can see him starting to rock back a little bit. Mike Muscala on his left hip, and Biyombo just sort of collapses and falls back and hits the floor. An immediate concern from Mike Muscala. Very scary stuff here inside this building.
Biyombo was on the sideline high-fiving his teammates when he unexpectedly collapsed to the floor, falling like he was in slow motion. I couldn't help but notice that Shea didn't really seem to care, and what makes this even more bizarre is the fact that he collapsed the exact moment SGA's hand made contact with his. I wasn't the only one who thought the timing was very suspicious. Biyombo shared that he's been practicing periods of fasting as a form of personal devotion to his Catholic faith, and that dehydration was probably the reason he fainted.
And just to be completely open, I guess, because sometimes each and every person have their own way of connecting with God. And obviously for me, I've been fasting for 15 years, and that has been my way of connecting with God. But just had a little bit of dehydration there,
which does make sense. But then he said this:
never had a problem. It's just that, yesterday happened to be the first time.
Coincidence? I don't know. You're telling me that he's been fasting for 15 years and not once has he passed out until this moment?
Yesterday happened to be the first time.
Interesting timing, considering that he had only been with the Thunder for less than a month at that point.
Oh, my shit hurt, bro. Shout out to you, bro. We're definitely gonna be more videos. I'm gonna be watching.